Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's Derrick T, and we're out on the bike today, and today's mission is high school football. Is mission high school football today. My nephew plays for Central Catholic High School here in Pittsburgh. It's a nationally recognized football program, and I actually played for that program too many moons ago. But nonetheless, yeah, he has a game today, and so we're headed over there. And the way that we're going to get there, you're going to get a nice little tour of the inner city, because evidently there was a pretty bad crash on the interstate and it has everything shut all the way down. So we got off the interstate and we're just going to take the mean streets of Pittsburgh to get there. The school is located in Oakland, the Oakland part of the city, which houses a couple different universities. The University of Pittsburgh, Carnegie Mellon, and also Carlow College. I had to think of the third one. So it's a pretty dense area as far as the number of people who frequent that area is concerned. So yeah, we're just gonna, like I said, take it through the city streets today, because the interstate is all the way backed up, and I just didn't think that you all would want to see me sitting in traffic on the interstate. It doesn't really seem like it would be very entertaining. That dude just passed me on a Suzuki Bergman. Those were always interesting to me. The truth is, before I bought the bike that I bought 2 years ago now, the Yamaha V-Star, before I bought that bike, I actually had my eyes on a Suzuki Bergman. It was the 650 Executive model. Always been interested in them, but I got talked into I had a friend who, in addition to being a good friend, he's also the pastor of my church. But he said, if you want to buy a bike, buy a bike. Don't buy a scooter. So my eyes turned off of the scooter and onto that Yamaha V-Star, and then I sold that Yamaha V-Star when I bought this bike. So, but I always was interested in those. They just look like pretty cool rides, and it looked like something that would be pretty cool to kind of kick around town on. I'm not sure how much touring would be possible. Oh yeah, going up out there. I don't know how much touring I would do on one, but for a day like today, where I'm just kind of riding the city streets to get around, I don't think it would be such a bad idea. Here I go, entertaining ideas again. But back to the mission at hand. The mission at hand, like I said, is a high school football game today, and my nephew's playing in it. It's a school that I went to high school there. My brother went to high school there too. As a matter of fact, my brother Morris, aka Big Time, the one who we rode home together with from the roundup, it's his son, actually. This is his son's football game that we're going to today. I brought some of my camera gear with me, so perhaps might get a chance to get some action if I ever get to the game. We went through the city streets because the interstate was nearly shut down. There was evidently a pretty bad accident And I am going the most direct way to get there. The only problem is the most direct way has a lot of traffic lights. And I remember when I first got on the bike, not this one, but when I first started riding, how much I would have rather used the city streets to get around. As a matter of fact, as a new rider, I was pretty much resolved to going different places via the city streets. I wasn't really a fan of the highway. I was nervous about riding at high speed and, you know, other cars and the big trucks and everything else. And the more and more experience that I've gained now, I mean, we're talking a few years back now, but man, I really don't like riding through the city now, because you really, yeah, you're definitely riding slower speed, but you've got to keep your eyes out for everything and everybody. Pedestrians, you got busy intersections, you got buses, you got people who want to run red lights, you got jaywalkers. It's just one glorified obstacle course driving through the city. And then if your luck is anything like mine, every single traffic light that you come to is going to be red. These days I don't prefer the city streets at all, only to get to a particular destination. But that's it. I'd much rather get on the highway and cruise. We'll be there in about 5 minutes. It's not much farther. These are my stomping grounds. This is where I grew up. This is essentially the commute from here is about what my commute to and from school was every day. Be it either we were riding the Pat bus, or when we got our driver's licenses, our parents would let us drive the car to school. This is the way that we would come. But this is Carnegie Mellon University. I don't know if you can see that sign there or not. They're doing some construction. Looks like they're building some new buildings over here, and that's their stadium. They have a track and a football field over there, and looks like a soccer game happening over there as well. And then farther down is the University of Pittsburgh. And so these two college campuses here are essentially a city in and of themselves. I mean, they take up essentially almost an entire neighborhood. Needless to say, it gets really busy during the week through here. I try not to frequent this area during the day. During the week, it's a Saturday morning, so it's a little bit more free. That building up ahead, that really tall one, is the Cathedral of Learning. And that's at the middle of the campus of the University of Pittsburgh. And you can literally see it from anywhere in the city of Pittsburgh. Literally, if you are lost in the city of Pittsburgh, you can look up and check the skyline and find the Cathedral of Learning and probably find where you're going. If you're headed towards that, you really can't go wrong. Alrighty, we are pulling up to the campus. This is a private school, Central Catholic High School in Pittsburgh. Very prestigious school here. I mean, after all, they produced a genius like me. Either that or I just barely slid through, one of the two. We'll go with the genius one. It sounds a little bit better on video. And find a place to park. I know my brother is here. Wonder if his bike is here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right, we're gonna get off the bike and take a walk around. Let's see what kind of action I can get on camera.